Ali Motamed lived in a calm neighborhood in Almere, Netherlands. To everyone around him, he looked like an ordinary man, hardworking, polite, and peaceful. No one knew that his real name wasn't Ali Motamed. Ali Motamed was actually Mohammad Reza Kolahi Samadi, an Iranian fugitive who had been hiding in the Netherlands for decades. He had escaped from Iran after being accused of a deadly bombing in 1981 that killed dozens of people. Back in Iran, Kolahi was part of a political opposition group called the MEK, Mujahideen-e-Khalq. When the regime cracked down on the group, he fled. To stay alive, he completely erased his old identity. In the Netherlands, he built a new life under the name Ali Motamed. He got married, had a son, and worked as an electrician. He never spoke about his past, not even to his closest friends. Though he appeared calm, Ali always looked over his shoulder. He avoided cameras, never talked about politics, and stayed quiet when neighbors asked where he was from. He lived like a man who feared being found. At first glance, Ali wasn't connected to the Dutch underworld. But years later, detectives discovered that the hitmen who killed him were part of the same network connected to dangerous figures like Ridwan Taghi, Nawfal F., and Gwinnett Martha. On December 15, 2015, as Ali was leaving for work, two men ambushed him near his home. They shot him multiple times and fled. His wife and son rushed outside too late. He died on the spot. Police said the murder was carried out with military precision. No personal motive, no robbery. It was a professional assassination, ordered by people who wanted him silenced. Neighbors were shocked. Why would anyone kill a quiet electrician? He had no criminal record, no debts, no enemies. Everyone thought it was a mistake. Months later, detectives noticed something strange. The murder of Ali matched the signature style of Ridwan Taghi's hit network, the same people responsible for many liquidations in Amsterdam during that period. Two men were soon linked to the killing, Anwar B. and Saeed R. They were part of the Mocro Mafia, a violent criminal group with Moroccan-Dutch roots that dominated drug trade and assassinations. Investigators began to believe that Ridwan Taghi, the feared crime boss, had ordered the hit, not for money, but as a favor to foreign agents. Some said it was connected to Iranian intelligence operations. For the first time, Dutch authorities realized this was not just a local gang murder. It had international roots, involving politics, espionage, and organized crime working together. Reports from intelligence sources later revealed that Iran never forgot Kolahi Samadi, the man they accused of the 1981 bombing. They wanted revenge, even after 30 years. The killers might not have even known who their target truly was. They were paid to eliminate a man named Ali Motamed. The deeper story, that he was a political fugitive, came out only after his death. When police compared notes, they saw links between Ali's murder and other high-profile killings, like that of Ronald Backer and Martin Koch, both tied to the same underworld network. This network was powerful. It involved hitmen for hire, middlemen, drug traffickers, and even corrupt officials. People like Nawfal F., Gwinnett Martha, and Benaouf A. were all connected through layers of loyalty and money. Ballistic tests showed that the gun used to kill Ali was similar to weapons found in other assassinations linked to Taghi's men. It wasn't a random attack. It was part of a pattern of organized violence. When journalists started to investigate, they found shocking details. Ali Motamed's identity documents were fake. His background was inconsistent, and his story didn't match the peaceful life he showed the world. Years later, Dutch media confirmed that Ali Motamed was really Mohammad Reza Kolahi Samadi, Iran's most wanted political fugitive. His death was a revenge assassination, carried out on European soil. It became clear. Organized crime in the Netherlands was now doing dirty work for foreign governments. A dangerous new reality. Groups like Taghi's Mocro Mafia had everything foreign agents needed: access to weapons, killers, and clean getaway routes. They were hired not just for money, but for silence. His wife and son had no idea who he really was. For them, He was a loving husband and father. When they learned the truth, their world collapsed. People in Almere couldn't believe they had been living next to a man hunted by foreign intelligence and Dutch gangsters. Fear spread across the city. The government faced tough questions. How could a foreign state use Dutch criminals to kill someone on their soil? And how many others were in danger? Ridwan Taghi's close ally, Saeed Razouki, was also mentioned in later investigations. His network helped arrange logistics, cars, phones, and fake documents for these killings. Behind every hit was a chain of money transfers, encrypted messages, and gang intermediaries. The Dutch underworld had become a service industry for global assassins. After the killing of lawyer Dirk Wiersum and journalist Peter R. de Vries, people started linking everything together, and Ali Motamed's name came up again. It was part of a bigger, darker story. Surveillance showed that the killers of Ali acted like soldiers. They didn't panic, didn't steal, didn't shout. It was execution style, quick, clean, final. At the same time, a bloody gang war was raging in Amsterdam between Benaouf A and Taghi's men. The same hitmen working for Taghi were being loaned out to foreign contracts. Ali's death became proof that Dutch criminal groups were now powerful enough to be used by governments for international operations. His case showed that even peaceful cities could hide dangerous secrets, that behind ordinary homes could live people with deadly histories. When Anwar B. and others were caught, they still claimed they didn't know who the man was. They just followed orders. They were sentenced, but the real masterminds remained free. In 2019, Ridwan Taghi was finally captured in Dubai. During questioning, detectives revisited old cases, including Ali's murder, to trace how far his power had reached. By 2021, intelligence agencies confirmed that Iran had used criminal networks in Europe to eliminate enemies. Ali's death was one of their biggest operations. The Dutch public was horrified. The man they thought was a simple electrician turned out to be a ghost of history, killed by the same gangsters terrorizing Amsterdam. Ali's son once said in an interview, "I didn't even know who my father was." He grew up realizing his dad had lived a lie to protect him. Even after Ali's death, the killings continued. Taghi's men, Razouki's allies, Naufal's friends. Each assassination seemed to open the door for another. Ali Motamed's story exposed how the Dutch underworld had become global, mixing politics, drugs, and contract killings like never before. In the end, Ali Motamed was a man running from history. He tried to live quietly, but the ghosts of his past and the monsters of the criminal world finally found him. He proved one thing: no matter how far you run, the past will always find you, especially when criminals and governments work hand in hand.